Boy, a lot of you fellas are breaking down these young women because a lot of you have just thrown up your hands, in which they've been talking about this. They say 63% of men right now in the United States are single, and a lot of them have just removed themselves from the dating market, and that's actually having a ripple effect. Case in point, listen to what this young woman has to say.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
Well, young woman, I can tell you why a lot of these men are just not dating y'all. Number one, they're not a personal ATM for you. Okay. You have, young women out here, you barely meet a guy, and 2 or 3 days you're asking him to pay $200 for nails. Men are human beings too. And they don't want to be used and abused. They don't want to have games played on them. They don't want to go through all the hoops and the things they got to go through with some of you, right? A lot of men are simplistic. Men just want a good meal. Men want their needs met. You know the type of needs I'm talking about. Men want companionship. But a lot of men say it's not even worth all that with some of y'all. The games y'all play, y'all get with the man with time, and then you'll stop meeting, his needs in that area. And so a lot of men are like, bro, look, I can hire somebody to clean my house, especially if you're a man with some money. I can hire somebody to clean my house. As she said, she said looking at a screen, well, why do you think OnlyFans makes so much money? There's a lot of men looking at screens. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's stupid to pay for that. I mean, when online, porno is free. I don't get why would you pay for that. That's kind of silly to me. But whatever, they meeting their needs that way, right? And even when they're meeting their needs that way, they're not worrying about, getting HIV from women out here who feel like they don't have to disclose. Or women out here thirst trapping and yet they got herpes. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have to worry about those venereal diseases. They don't have to worry about pregnancy. They don't have to worry about child support. They don't have to worry about everything that comes along with that. Some of them have just checked out the process. Maybe some of them check out for a time, and then some of them check out. But, I would tell fellas this. The scriptures teach it's not good for man to be alone, so you don't know more than God. Only thing I say is sometimes you need a time to check out, to be by yourself. I get that. If anybody get it, I get it. But I say don't relegate yourself just to the United States of America. I've always been about that. I always say, hey, get you a passport, and there's a whole world that you could see. Because trust me, the mentality of women in America is different than the mentality of women in other countries. Now, I would say don't fool women of any country that have a westernized mindset. And what I mean that any country that is European ran, let me say it that much. And when I say European, I'm talking about the folks. Like, so that means America, Canada, UK, Indian places like that. No. Now if you go into the African continent, Caribbean, Latin America, Asian countries, Arab countries, whatever. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to do it, right? But it's going to be more and more of this with time. It's going to be more and more of it, actually. Men are tired. Men are fed up. And you have to understand, men are the gatekeepers of marriage. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. And when the gatekeepers of sex, keep men out from that and other relationships, then marriage is going to tank. There's a lot of men that don't want to be married because a lot of men today say there's no benefit and I couldn't get into financial ruin if I marry. That's another reason why a lot of men have just checked out the process. There's women that want to be married. Oh, yes, they want to be married, but they don't lose nothing in the deal. Only the man do. And because of we live in the age of knowledge, men woke up to it. So good luck getting some of these men outside, because some people say, where are all the good men at? They're in the house. They're in the house relaxing right now. They may be going to the gym. They may go to the sports bar or something like that with their partners and, watching the game. They may take, some trips or whatever. Maybe their partners take trips. They may be doing that. But they in the house until it's time to go to work.